My name is Robert. I'm 82 years old. And there's a name I never say out loud. Not anymore. I used to, a long time ago, but somewhere along the way I stopped, and now it sits in my chest like something heavy I can't put down. Her name was Claire. She was my younger sister. I don't talk about her much. People who know me now, neighbors, the few friends I have left, they don't even know she existed. It's not that I'm hiding her. It's just that after a certain point, it became easier not to bring her up, easier not to explain, easier not to feel the weight of it all over again. But lately, I've been thinking about her constantly. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe it's because I know I don't have much time left. Or maybe it's because I finally understand what I did wrong, and I can't fix it. Claire was 3 years younger than me. Growing up, we were close in the way siblings are when there's no one else around. Our parents worked long hours. Our house was quiet. So we had each other. She was gentle. That's the word I keep coming back to. Gentle in a way I never was. She noticed things, small things, the way light came through the kitchen window in the afternoon, the sound of rain on the roof. She'd stop and just listen. I didn't understand that about her. I thought she was too soft, too slow. I was always moving, always doing something, always trying to prove I was smarter, faster, better. And I think that's where it started. When we were kids, I was the one who got praised. I did well in school. I was good at sports. I knew how to talk to adults, how to make them like me. Claire wasn't like that. She was quieter. She struggled in school. She didn't have a lot of friends, and I was embarrassed by her. I didn't think of it that way at the time. I just thought I was being realistic. I thought I was just noticing the truth, that she wasn't like me, that she didn't fit in the way I did. So I started pulling away. Not all at once, just little moments, little choices. When she'd ask me to walk home with her after school, I'd say I had practice. When she'd want to sit with me at lunch, I'd tell her I was meeting someone else. When she'd come into my room to talk, I'd tell her I was busy. I told myself it wasn't cruel. I told myself I was just living my own life. But she noticed. I could see it in her face. The way she'd hesitate before asking me something, the way she'd say, "It's okay," before I even answered, the way she stopped trying after a while, and I let it happen. By the time we were teenagers, we barely spoke. We lived in the same house, we sat at the same dinner table, but we didn't really know each other anymore. I had my friends, my plans, my future. And she had, I don't even know what she had. I didn't ask. I thought that's just how it was. You grow up, you grow apart. That's what siblings do. I didn't think it mattered. When I left for college, I felt free. I didn't think about her much. I called home once in a while, mostly to talk to my parents. If Claire answered the phone, I'd ask to speak to Mom or Dad. If she tried to talk to me, I'd keep it short. I didn't think I was being cruel. I just thought we didn't have anything to say to each other. And maybe that was true, but it was only true because I made it true. After college, I moved to a different city, got a job, got married, started a family, built a life. Claire stayed close to home. She never married, never moved away. She worked at a bookstore for years, then at a library. Quiet jobs, jobs that suited her. We'd see each other at holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, sometimes a birthday, but it was always surface level, polite, distant. I'd ask her how she was, she'd say fine, I'd nod and move on to someone else. I told myself it was normal. That's just how some siblings are. Not everyone stays close. But the truth is, I didn't try. Not once. Years passed like that. Decades, really. I was busy. My kids were growing up. My career was demanding. My marriage had its ups and downs. I had a full life. And in a full life, you make choices about where to put your attention. I didn't put any of it towards Claire. She'd call sometimes, not often, maybe once every few months. She'd leave a message, "Hi, Robert, just checking in, hope you're doing well." And I'd think I should call her back, but I wouldn't. Not right away, and then a week would pass, then two, and it would feel awkward to call after so much time, so I just wouldn't, and the gap would get wider. I didn't think it was hurting her. I didn't think about it at all, really. I assumed she had her own life, her own friends, her own reasons for not pushing harder to stay in touch. I assumed she was fine. My mother died when I was 52. It was sudden, a stroke. She was gone before we even got to the hospital. The funeral was small, just family and a few close friends. Claire was there, of course. She looked older than I expected, tired. Her hair was starting to gray. Her hands were thin. She smiled when she saw me. "Hi, Robert." "Hi." I sat down in the chair next to her bed. I didn't know what to say. She asked about my kids, my wife, my work. I answered, asked how she was feeling. She said okay, said the doctors were still figuring things out. We talked for maybe 20 minutes. Then I said I had to go. I had plans that evening. She nodded, said she understood. I stood up, told her to take care of herself, told her I'd check in soon. She said, okay. I left. I didn't check in soon. I meant to, but life got in the way, and then I forgot. A few weeks later, I got another call. It was the same nurse. Claire had been diagnosed with cancer, stage 4. It had spread. They were starting treatment, but the prognosis wasn't good. I asked if I should come. The nurse said, "That's up to you." I said I would, but I didn't go right away. I waited a few days, then a week. I told myself I was waiting for the right time, waiting until I could take a full day off, waiting until I had something useful to say. But really, I just didn't know how to face her. When I finally went, she looked worse. The treatment was taking a toll. She'd lost weight, her skin was pale, her eyes were tired, but she still smiled when she saw me. We talked for a while. She told me about the treatment, the side effects, how hard it was. I listened, I nodded, I said the things you're supposed to say. You're strong, you'll get through this. But I didn't believe it, and I think she knew. Before she left, she said something I'll never forget. She said, "I'm glad you came." And then quieter, she said, "I missed you." I didn't know how to respond, so I just said, "I missed you too." But it felt like a lie, because I hadn't missed her. I hadn't thought about her. I hadn't made space for her in my life. And now it was too late to change that. She died 6 months later. I was there at the end, along with one of her co-workers and a hospice nurse. It was quiet, peaceful, they said. But I don't think it was peaceful for her. I think she died knowing that the person who should have been closest to her had chosen not to be.